I'm going to be introducing the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi.
Guys, now I know reason why people they support this man, this Peter Obi. See what people do when they introduce our only introduction, and see what he talk. Even you don't know say they go ask him about economy, then you don't know about it for this interview, but see what he talk without book, without carrying any book. They read them for us. It dey in mind because you know what you want to do. You don't need book. Please, Nigeria, make we no make another mistake by voting another people, another old men. When we say they go write something and give them, they go they read and even to read and they no fit. Watch this video, the interview where they do, the conference where they do as president candidate.
Let me respect Your Excellencies. Let me respectfully stand on all due and existing protocols. I thank the organizers of this event for the honor of inviting us to participate, and for the topic, the issue of sustainability for economic prosperity. I only knew this morning that we're going to comment on it, as I told the organizers, but I think it's a worthwhile topic for us to comment on. Economics, when you talk about SDG, which is where you drive this from when she was reading, it is aftermath of Millennium Development Goals, which lasted from year 2000 to year 2015. And this is lasting from 2015 to 2030. And I agree with what Prof said, that we are about hiring the new CEO for the country called Nigeria. So we have to look at the people's past and what they've been able to do. MDG goal, which ended in 2015, for your records, I started implementing it in year 2008 in Anambra State. And by the time it ended in 2015, I was number one in Nigeria. And as we move on, what we are going to do, because it's critical, as we move on in what we are going to do, for me, the Labour Manifesto is already mentioned along the SDGs. You can go and look at the manifesto, it's already mentioned, and we put it into our development agenda and what we want to do, following what our experience with MDG. Then it comes to where, for you accountants, your contribution to that development. Nobody can think about whatever we're going to do, whether you call it SDG or anything, without knowing that accountants, chartered accountants, play a critical role in development. Because whatever you plan, whatever you want to do, you have to ensure, one, the financial sustainability of it. You have to come into the budgeting, the forecasting, and most importantly, the revenue. Because at the heart of tax is you. You have to bring the taxation into it. Today, what the most critical problem of Nigeria, apart from other things that are preceding it, insecurity, everything is revenue to GDP, which is often shouted about that we don't have enough revenue. We don't have enough revenue because to GDP, even among the African pairs, we are 6%, when the average in Africa is 16%. Going globally is even worse. The reason is, so at the heart of it is you. It is you that is supposed to help the government to organize when the government starts doing the right things. How are we going to do it to ensure that this tax revenue comes in order to be able to build these sustainable goals? At the heart of it is you must secure and unite Nigeria. Today, Nigeria is among the fragile states, so security becomes paramount and critical. You must govern by rule of law and ensure that we fight what one of the candidates has mentioned, issue of corruption. At the heart of everything happening here in this country today is corruption. You have corruption of all sorts, corruption in terms of the way you appoint people to be in office by appointing incompetent people, corruption the way we do our expenditure, corruption in terms of if you look at our subsidy today, it's virtually an organized crime. Today, our oil is being stolen by who? By people in government. And you can go on, and the heart of it is this. So you must remove a country and show that we must now have a country where there will be wealth with enterprise. In any country where government officials are richer or politicians are richer than business people, that country is finished. And that's what you're getting here. So you have nothing to account for. So for me, if you're going to talk about sustainability for economic development, is to start doing the right thing. What are we going to do? I've said my number one priority is to secure and unite Nigeria. People will tell you security is so difficult. It's not difficult. It's only in Nigeria that somebody kidnaps me and is phoning my brother, negotiating price. If I'm sick, he calls police, he calls doctor, they come and treat me. Everybody knows where we are, but except police. It's not acceptable. With technology today, with technology and everything today, you know where the crime is taking place, and you can sort it out. We have to have the level 3 level policing, local government, state and national. In terms of corruption, it is easy to fight. People make it look as if it's difficult. It is not. The box stops on your desk. If you yourself is not stealing, those around you are not. You reduce it by 70%. Two of my accountant generals are your member. You can go ask them how much was missing in Anambra State. And it's very simple. This is what we want to translate. We want to be able to move the country from consumption to production. And when you come to moving from consumption to production, whenever I say moving from consumption to production, the first thing people ask is, what are you going to do? The greatest assets of Nigeria today is the vast uncultivated land in the north. If you put that land into production, it will make a difference. Yesterday, we had a professor who was delivering a lecture in Lagos, Professor Steven Obison, and he talked about Bangladesh and Vietnam, which was a basket case yesterday. And I told him how I've won all the fields of Bangladesh. Nigeria today, a country, when he finished that lecture, I joined somebody who was from Yobe State. And he said, in Yobe State, they cannot just say Yobe State is 45,000 square kilometers of land. Yobe State is bigger than Netherlands. If you add Borno State, you have 115,000 square kilometers. That can go for half, a quarter of the entire land in Europe. Thereby, you have to be productive. If Netherlands can export 120 billion worth of agricultural goods every year, at 33,000 square kilometers of land, Yobe State should do 1.5 times that. 1.5. And 1.5 is just about $2 billion. We're not asking for too much. 1.5% of that is $2 billion. And if you do $2 billion, at rate of exchange today is 1.3 trillion. Thereby, you shouldn't be going to here to take the share of your distance. So we want to move the country, make it productive, stop corruption. These are things you can use to stabilize your currency, which is collapsing today because you're not productive. You're not exporting anything. You're not selling anything. This is how you can pull people out of poverty. And the more you pull people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality and be able to make the country sustainable. You cannot talk about sustainability in a situation where gangsters are taking over your country. You can't talk about sustainability when you have 33% unemployment. You can't talk about sustainability when you have 20 million out of school children. No, these are things you have to tackle first. As you're doing it and you mainstream the sustainability aspect of SDG into your mainstream, you will be able to drive the process. But in conclusion, as the professor said, he said, borrowing the you don't need too much of sophistication or written documents. All you need to do is to continue to do simple things consistently, and you get there. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party.
Yeah, guys, do you see any paper for this man hand? Do you see any paper for this man hand? If you know book, anytime when they wake you up, you know what you go write. And if you know book, you know they waste time, you go write finish. You see, as they go direct for the point, the problem, even you will not be president. If you dey listen, even you will not get experience of ruling. If you dey listen, you go know say this is where this man dey talk. Now him be the problem of this country. Because to tackle insecurity, you go contribute for economy. To enter farm, we contribute. When they produce, you go contribute for the economy. The man speak intelligent. If you vote to the right person, I know will tell you what you supposed to do. Because if you vote the wrong one, Northerners, Yoruba, Igbos, if you vote wrong, the Boko Haram, the kill where they go kill, and S-men, you dey hear their noise now. They quiet because the thing give them confusion. They quiet, but then they come if you make mistake. If you vote by religion, vote by tribalism, because of you want to vote your people, you go cry 8 years, or you collect money, collect bribe. I rest my case. Do it waiting there your mind. If you good, everybody go enjoy it. If you not good, people go they run out as they run they go. So another people go come from other place, go take over the land. Thank you.